What is going on, Outfinders? Hopefully, you are having a very wonderful Hump Day Wednesday. This is the 23rd anniversary of 9/11. May you never forget. It was a horrible day. We had the debates last night for the presidential election between Harris and Trump. So, hopefully, you also got a little bit of whatever answers you needed. Here's a look at futures. I can pull it up. There we go. So overnight, we had a little bit of volatility. Like I said, expects a little bit, nothing crazy, but we did trade a little bit lower there during the debates. And after the debates were over, kind of rallied a little bit. Not too much. Like I said, not too much kind of went on there. So not shocking as to see what kind of happened there with, I guess, the futures market. And then we got the CPI data this morning, a little bit of a drop there, and then we bought back up as we got CPI data. Which, speaking of, we did see CPI come in. Inflation rate came in at 2.5%. Forecast has gone for 2.6. Prior was 2.9. So there you go. That is the inflation rate. So a little bit lower even than forecast. Definitely pretty good job coming in lower than prior. And core inflation, though, that's where it has remained sticky, still at 3.2%. That's what the forecast is calling for. And that's what prior was also. So there you go. We will get PPI tomorrow morning. And all right, other than that, inflation probably coming down a little bit. Not too much indifferent than what we kind of talked about over the previous couple days, especially yesterday. Kind of surprised at the market reaction. A lot of people taking the opportunity to sell out. Be curious to see obvious how this looks on the daily. But yeah, I mean, we pretty much had a flat open. It just sold down there for the first hour and 20 minutes. Ouch. We are currently 1.5% negative. Qs had a nice little gap up there, currently about 1.5% negative, with the SPY and the Qs breaking yesterday's low. So, all right, that's a rather interesting look on the intraday. IWM, a little bit of a gap down, currently down about 1.6%. Okay, getting back below this 205, 206 type level. See if it's significant enough on the daily, because that's more of a daily kind of support and resistance level. DIA currently down about 1 2/3, gap down, traded lower pretty quickly, actually. Pretty quickly traded down. All right. RSP currently down about 1.7%. Nice gap down, nice little flush there in the first hour, 15 minutes. So, okay. First hour. Okay. Let's take a look at the daily picture since we have some pretty big breakdowns. So, yeah, I mean, we had 2-day bounce, Monday, Tuesday, nice gap up on Monday. Yeah, I mean, we just came out today and just got hammered on the RSP. DIA breaking last week's low. So, yeah, I mean, now these are starting to really look like false breakouts, really continuing to break back down. IWM's continuing to push lower. Qs not breaking last week's low. So this is like the one thing that's kind of optimistic is the Qs are not breaking last week's low, even though the Qs got absolutely crushed last week. Qs not looking horrible. It's not looking horrible, and this is kind of the area where you want to see strength, I guess. So the fact that it's not continuing to go lower, maybe that's the bright spot. Anyways, SPY also, just also not looking good. Also back down to the lows there of Friday. Hasn't broken them, but just back down in that area. You can see as we retested in that 10 and 20 moving average on the daily, we just retested higher and we broke back down this week or today. So not looking fantastic there. As far as some of the other stuff, VIX does look like it is basing on top of these moving averages. Okay, so the VIX looks like it wants to go higher. That's not going to look good for the stock market if that's the case. The DXY, dollar index, nice little lower wick retest today. Kind of looks like it wants to push higher. Okay. GLD, man, the GLD in gold is getting real tight in here. My goodness. Almost could be like go with a spread, a straddle or a strangle type position, and whenever you get that pop, just sell out the volatility. 10-year yield, 10-year yield continuing to break down and move lower. Yep, kind of just in this basing area that we had back from much of the end of 22, beginning of 23. Okay. 10 and 2 inversion, huge lower wick. So, yeah, that lower wick that we got come in today kind of just retesting the zero barrier right on top of that 10 EMA. Looks pretty good. Going to start moving higher. Okay, start moving higher. That's kind of what it says. I mean, because we broke above it on Friday. We've held over it 2 days. We just had a quick lower wick retest Wednesday. And I get it. This is like instrumentation off of two other instruments. so it's not exactly like the most ideal thing. Anyways, HYG moved a little bit lower today. Okay. LQD it seems like it wants to continue to go higher. TLT is moving a little bit higher, getting above that December high. All right, so there you go. Looks like it'll probably hold over that December high because we had that upper wick come in on Friday, but then we steadily climbed back higher Monday, Tuesday. Looking pretty good today. As far as sector rotation goes, we got tech utilities leading the day. That's an interesting pairing that is leading the market today. As far as everything else, communications, healthcare barely underperforming, real estate underperforming, staples, industrials, materials, energies, discretionaries, and financials at the lower end of the day. As far as intraday price performance, because we've had some pretty good bearish movements already on the market today, it's kind of the way it looks. Tech was actually holding up pretty good there in the first 20 or so minutes, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And then obviously everything else just got to trending lower. We had a lot of things actually getting hit right on the gate. So real estate looking a little bit better. I mean, yields are coming down, so real estate should be doing a little bit better. So real estate's doing a little bit better right now. Utilities, healthcare, also higher end of the day. Tech trying to bounce off the session lows here over the past 20 minutes. Looking pretty good. Staples doing okay. Communications kind of in line with the market. You got industrials, financials, and discretionaries underperforming, with materials and energies at the lower end of the day on the intraday.